Hey guys, what is going on? In today's video, I'm going to take a look at the new wonder weapon in COD Zombies, the Decimator Shield, and see if it's actually worth getting in the new map Terra Maledicta, and importantly, how it compares to previous wonder weapons that we've had in the last couple of years. So let's jump straight into the noob's review. So just for a little bit of context for those of you that haven't used the Decimator Shield yet, it's a new wonder weapon that came as part of Vanguard Zombies Season 2 update in the new map Terra Maledicta. As far as wonder weapons go, it's one of the harder to obtain, as there's quite a few steps that you need to complete first. Honestly, it's quite similar to the mini-quest of the Cerberus wonder weapon from Cold War Zombies, where you had to crack the safe open to get your hands on the gun. If you've come here looking for a guide on how to get the Decimator Shield, then I've pinned a comment below with our link to a guide on that. So, given it takes a while to obtain the Decimator Shield, is it worth it? Well, honestly, I would say no. It does have a special power that slams the shield into the ground and sends a shockwave through nearby zombies, but not only is that pretty underwhelming, it also has a cooldown time of around 45 seconds. The only other ability this shield has is much like a typical shield in Call of Duty, which is the ability to melee your enemies and block hits. So you could argue it's quite useful if you get stuck in a corner of the map and you need to quickly switch to the shield to get out of that sticky situation. But other than that, it's actually pretty underwhelming. But how does it compare to some of the other wonder weapons we've had in COD Zombies in the past few years? Let's rank them against the Decimator Shield. I'll cover wonder weapons from the last two COD Zombies installments, including the Decimator Shield, and in fifth place I'm going to go with the Ray K automatic rifle from Cold War. This weapon first appeared in Firebase Z, the map that was basically overshadowed by the Outbreak mode that came out a few weeks later. This weapon had a cool construction process, and you had to find different pieces around the map, but once constructed it was basically just a machine gun with no redeeming qualities. You could change the fire rate to a kind of super shot, but it wasn't super useful. In fourth place, I'm going to have to go with the Decimator Shield, and honestly it was a pretty close race for last place with the Ray K. Under normal circumstances, I would say the shield is absolutely not worth spending the time to unlock, but given we still don't have a round-based map on Vanguard Zombies, it does provide you with something to do as kind of a side quest. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, once you do unlock it, it's really quite disappointing. Oh yeah, and another point, you can't actually even pack-a-punch the Decimator Shield. It's a bit of a shame because we've waited so long as a community to get any meaningful Zombies content in Vanguard, and I do think Vanguard Zombies is a classic example of appreciating what you've got. A lot of the community were slightly underwhelmed with Cold War Zombies, but looking back, in comparison to Vanguard, Cold War Zombies was really quite amazing. Moving on, and in the top 3, we've got the trusty Raygun. This is a staple of Call of Duty Zombies for as long as any of us can remember, and it usually doesn't disappoint. It was pretty wild that Vanguard Zombies launched without it, but we do now have access to it in Vanguard via either the mystery box or from drops of powerful zombies. There's not much more to say about the Raygun really, you know the drill on that one. For the top 2 it's super close, as I really like both weapons I'm about to cover, but in second place I'm going to go with the Chrysalax axe from the Foresaken map in Cold War. This is an epic wonder weapon that can serve as either an axe or as a machine gun that fires crystals. It was pretty easy to obtain via the Trials machine, and you could also follow quite a difficult construction quest as well. The reason I'm putting this at number 2 is that it was just a little bit too powerful. You could get to approximately round 50 with the Pack-a-Punch axe version of the weapon being one hit kill, and this was one hit kill across multiple zombies at the same time. You just had to keep swinging that axe blindly and you could easily progress through the rounds, which, don't get me wrong, was super fun, but a little bit too easy. That being said, I didn't often tire of wielding this awesome weapon, and it really made Foresaken a fun experience in Cold War. And in top spot we have the Cerberus wonder weapon. This was released as part of the Toten map in Cold War, and was really amazing to use. In terms of access to the weapon, you could get this from both the mystery box and the trial machines, but you could also solve a puzzle involving numbers and a save to access it. The reason this weapon was so cool is because it was effectively 4 weapons in one. You first had the generic pistol-looking Cerberus, which also included this floating companion that fired a shot every time you fired one. But you could also transform it into the swarm, diffuser and blazer variations of the weapon. These variations could be constructed by picking up the attachment from dead zombies, and what this meant was that you had almost unlimited ammo on the weapon. You can make the argument here that, like the Crystal Axe, it was really overpowered, but I think having such variation means it slightly beats out the Crystal Axe to our number 1 spot. So that's our top 5, and of course there have been a ton of wonder weapons in zombies over the years, but this review has covered the more recent ones. But do you agree with our top 5, or would you rank them differently? And is there any weapons such as the D Shockwave that we didn't include that you would in your list? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review or just enjoy our content in general, then click that subscribe button and come and join our community. Take care guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.